Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Guess what? It's time for another payday prep. And I've got one teaser item that I'm going to tease you guys with because I'm going to do a review. I've been waiting for this thing to get here for almost 2 weeks now. And I've got something that I've been looking for a long time that Amazon will not ship up here. And I finally found one just by happenstance. But let me tell you about everything else that I got and then we'll go over that stuff. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So I found a couple of items, well really one item that I've been looking for a while. And I finally found it on Amazon and they actually shipped it here. It's a small stove that will work in an apartment and it is really compact, so it won't take a lot of room. I mean, you can use this stove anywhere, but I'm going to review it for you guys and I'm going to actually use it indoors so that you guys can see that it's safe to use indoors. But ladies and gentlemen, what do I always say? Do your research. But we'll get to that when we get to that. However, I picked up a few other items, a couple of new items, and one item that I had not seen for a while, so I grabbed one. So let's go ahead and do it one by one. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is some active dry yeast. Something I have not seen at Costco's for a very long time, nor the commissary as well. So I went to Costco's here a few days ago to order some tires for my wife's truck. So I walked around the store right quick and I found this Red Star Active Dry Yeast. And believe it or not, they only had like 5 packs left. So I only grabbed one to add to my stockpile because I rotate my yeast. So I only grabbed one, which is plenty. I probably have enough yeast right now to last me the next several years. Now, you all know that I have to have my green pigeon peas, ladies and gentlemen. So when I went to the commissary, I went ahead and found that they had restocked their stockpile on the shelf. So I went ahead and grabbed 4 more of these just to continually add to my stockpile to make sure that I don't run out of these. However, I did find out in the commissary that you can place special orders for items that they normally don't carry. So I went ahead and filled out a slip and placed a special order for 2 cases or 24 pounds of dried pigeon peas that come in 1-pound bags. So I'm waiting for them to call me back to see if they'll be able to order that. And if they are, then I'll be good for a very long time because each one of those 1-pound bags equates to about 4 of those cans. So I'll be sitting really good. Now, like I stated on my previous videos, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't tried these crackers, these things are awesome. So I went ahead and picked up a couple more while I was already there. Because to me, this is the best little cracker to have with your coffee in the morning. They're not super sweet, and they're just really good. So I went ahead and picked a couple of those up just to keep adding to my stock because I have been eating the ones I got last time. Now, I picked up a couple of spices that I've never had before. The one on your left, the one that says Sazon Seasoning, one of our community members emailed me and showed me this. And this is supposed to be, now I don't know because I haven't tried it yet, but it's supposed to be the equivalent of Sazon Goya. You know, the little envelopes that come in the orange package. And it's supposed to be Sazon Goya as one of the staples in Hispanic households. Now, this is supposed to be the equivalent. However, it has no artificial anything and no MSGs. It only has salt, garlic, cumin, coriander, annatto, and I'm assuming that the annatto is for the coloring, and paprika. So I'm going to give this a try, and if this works out to be at least as good as the Sazon Goya, I'm going to stock up on these because this was actually a very good price. I think it was like $11 for 12 ounces, which maybe sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It's really a good price for that spice. Now, right next to it, I never knew this existed as well, and this is Worcestershire sauce powder. Now, I like Worcestershire sauce. My wife loves Worcestershire sauce. And I was trying to figure out a way, how can we keep it for long term? And I know that if you keep it in the bottle, it will last a very long time. However, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've noticed, but a bottle of Worcestershire sauce now is pretty darn expensive. I'm still going through Worcestershire sauce that I bought a few years back that was on clearance for 85 cents, I believe for like a 16-ounce bottle. Now that same bottle, regular price is like $4 and change. I'm like, wow. So when I found this is 4 ounces of Worcestershire sauce powder, And it was, I think, close to $10, which sounds like it's pretty expensive, but really you should only have to put a little bit of this on your meats. You can put it straight on there before you cook them to marinate them with this powder along with your other spices. And I think this will go a lot longer than a whole bottle or like 3 bottles of the Worcestershire sauce. So we're going to try this out, and if we like it, I believe they sell them in the 1-pound container for like $17 or $18, something like that. I got this off of Amazon as well, and I got the Sazon seasoning off of Amazon as well. So I'm pretty excited to try both of these. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, variety in your foods, variety in your spices is really going to help with food fatigue should you ever find yourself in a situation where you have to eat rice and beans for a month straight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know how to can my own jelly. However, I've always said that if I can find it cheaper than what it cost me to do it, I'll go ahead and buy it. And yes, this is not as good as the stuff that you make at home, but ladies and gentlemen, 32 ounces of grape jam for like $1.61, I thought was a great deal. So I went ahead and picked up a couple of these to put in the back of my stockpile. All right, so I went to the PX. The PX is the Post Exchange. It's kind of like the Walmart that's on base, but it's run by non-appropriated funds, really. So it's just for military members or retirees, anyone that has an ID card. For those of you that didn't know, I went to the PX to buy me a couple of these bottles. Actually, I wanted to buy more, but that's all they had was just 2 of them. Because I was waiting for a stove to come in that's awesome. So when I was at the PX, ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and picked up a couple more of these little butane bottles, which work great with the insect repellent. I think it's called the thermal cell. It works great with a thermal cell. You attach it to that and it'll last for a very long time instead of using the small butane containers they sell you. So I went ahead and picked that up. And while I was at the PX, I saw something that I've been looking for a long time. And Amazon will not ship it up here. And Sportsman's Warehouse, they don't have it. Or every time that I've been on their site, they just don't have it and they don't ship it up here. Why? I don't know. But I finally found this thing that I've been looking for forever. And I'm going to show you guys what it is right now. Now, you probably already saw this in the background as I was talking about the other things. But I've been looking for this, ladies and gentlemen, for a long time. I tried to order from Amazon. They won't ship it here. And like I said, I couldn't find it here locally. When I went to the PX, I was walking back with my 2 little butane bottles and my 2 cans. And I just happened to see a shelf with like 4 or 5 of these. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I would have been happy with just the basic kit. I would have been happy with just that basic kit. But this is a bundle that brings a light, it brings a grill, and it brings a water heating pot with a little cup. And I got a great deal at it. I mean, this usually goes for in excess of $200 anywhere you buy it. And I was lucky enough to get it for just under $200. So I was extremely excited. I didn't go in there planning to buy this, but I had to get it because I've been looking for this for a while. Now, ladies and gentlemen, many people have reviewed this item right here on YouTube. However, if you guys want me to review this item, let me know and I'll be happy to do it. I'll hold off and see how many people say review the item. And if, enough people say it, maybe I'll review it later on. But I just wanted to show you this, that I got this. This brings up a good point, ladies and gentlemen. Always have some of what is called dry powder. A lot of people in the precious metals industry say always keep some dry powder in reserve in case the precious metals take a hit, that you can go in and buy some. So I always like to keep a few $100s in reserve in case I come across something that I see like this that I've been looking for a while. I had no problem buying it. I didn't have to think, well, do I have the money or not? No, I'm like, yep, I have it. I'm getting it right now. So you could probably hear by the tone of my voice that I'm really excited about this. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm even more excited about what I'm about to show you next. All right, so like I said, I've been looking for this for a while, right? I've had so many comments and so many emails saying, what can I use to cook inside my apartment that's safe? And although I strongly feel that using a regular propane stove inside your apartment is safe, all right, or inside an enclosed area is safe, depending on how small it is, right? that I wanted to look for something that would satisfy someone that needs to cook indoors, but also someone that doesn't have a lot of room. And what you're looking at there, ladies and gentlemen, is, to me, the most awesome little apartment stove that I've ever seen. I never seen something like this. You probably noticed by now that I look through Amazon for deals, and I'm always looking for new things. And then I see this thing, and I'm like, what in the world is that? And then they had a little video on. I'm like, wow, this thing is amazing. So I had to order it so that I can review it for you guys, because I think that this will fulfill the need of a lot of you that, left a comment or sent me an email asking for recommendations for a stove that you can use inside. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be my very next video. All right. When you're seeing this payday prep, you'll see this next. All right. And I'm going to tell you everything about it. And the good thing about it is that there's not that much to tell. All right. So I'm not going to get into it very much now. But if this is one of those things you were looking for, you're definitely going to want to catch my next video, because that's what it's going to be, is featuring this. I'm going to cook on it and everything. I'm going to cook different things on it and all that kind of stuff and show you how it works, because I love this little thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. Look at that. That was a short payday prep, but I got right to the point. Let you guys know everything you needed to know about my purchases and all that stuff. And look at that. We're still sitting under 15 minutes. Isn't that good, ladies and gentlemen? Are you proud of me? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you very much for all of your support, ladies and gentlemen. I truly do appreciate your good wishes. I truly do appreciate you guys. So thank you very much for all your support. I see that JT commented on my last video, and so did Hudao. I know that both of them live in the East Coast, so good for you guys that you guys are safe. I hope you have power, and if you don't, hopefully you have a way of getting some backup electricity. All right, you guys stay safe out there. And for all of you that I didn't mention that do live in the East Coast and that maybe were in the path of that hurricane, please stay safe as well. Don't try to be the hero. Take care of yourselves and your families. Having said that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world will be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I'm out.